Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach Caleb Ross. Brought to you by Gibson's Tire Pros, Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Prattville, CBE, and Mexico Typico.
Welcome in, Lion Nation, to Week 10 of the Prattville Lions Football Review as we look back on last week's 36-14 victory over the Bob Jones Patriots from Madison, Alabama. I'm Will Barrett, joined as always by Coach Caleb Ross. Coach, way to wrap up the season. It was a good tune-up in preparation for the week coming up.
Yeah, when we scheduled that game, Bob Jones traditionally, is a really good football program. If you eliminate Hoover, that program's probably played for a couple state championships in the last 20 years. So we knew it'd be a good contest, be a good competition. They hadn't had the best year. They've had to deal with some COVID issues. They already had a young team coming in. So, I knew they'd play hard. They're well coached. They got a great coaching staff. Their head coach is a friend of mine, and he's a guy who's done a good job in his whole career. So we knew it'd be a good competition, and it was. They come in, and probably the thing I was most proud of our guys, though, they could easily. They don't really know who Bob Jones is. They know it's some school up north. They could look at their record and think, we don't even really got to go prepare. We can just, we can show up and we're going to win. Our kids didn't do that. They had a great week of practice. They prepared well. We're getting better in a lot of areas, and we challenged that, and we challenged to go play. I think at times last week against Jeff Davis, we knew we were better against them, and we jumped out early, but we didn't go put them away. I felt like Friday night we went and put Bob Jones away. I thought, we started a little slow on offense, but once we kind of got rolling, I thought we had a good night offensively. And it was pretty quickly, it was pretty evident that, they were going to struggle moving the football against us. And they had, I thought the quarterback had a really good arm, had some good receivers, but we really besides one drive, really kind of suffocated them. And I thought we played well, I was really pleased with our effort.
A lot of players got in, a lot of starters. A lot of starters got done what needed to get done, and then, Coach, you got to rotate in a lot of new faces. Yeah,
we did, and just to highlight a few guys, I was really proud of. I thought Albert Taggart's running the ball. He's really starting to play well. He's played well really the last 3 or 4 weeks, and played well Friday night. I think he rushed for 120, something like that. And then our other young running backs, with DJ Williams and Mario Parks, they continue to be. Their future is really, really bright. Yep. Both of them played really well. I thought our O-line as a whole played good. We had another really good night. Joe Lane, who's a guy we're going to talk about a little bit later, but he had another outstanding night. I can go on across the board. Receivers are kind of spread it out evenly. I know Darryl Holmes had a nice catch, and Ren Wilson with a touchdown, which is good, 2 for the year. So thought, EJ had another solid night. I think early on he missed a few throws. But once he settled in about 3rd or 4th series, I thought he had a really, really good night. So, and defensively, I was really proud of Eric Benson. Really started playing back at a high. He's played great all year, but he just kind of had not average, but just a steady nights. I really thought he was outstanding the other night. So, Ladarius Fitz, who we call Chop, he's just a football player. He made play after play. Really proud of him. And for special teams, Colin Rogers. Another big night. Hit 3 field goals, 1 from 44. Continues to kick balls in the end zone on kickoff. He had a good night. So, and then you said it best. We got to play a lot of young guys. Talked about the young running backs. We got to play a lot of young defensive guys. We played some young receivers. Even got to play both our young quarterbacks. And I thought both of them did really good. They both had long drives, and both handled the offense really well. Both of them are really talented. I'm looking forward to seeing how their future is going to be. So really proud of that situation. We'll see how. And that's it. When you can go get up on somebody and play young guys, you're building your program. We do. We have a full JV game schedule. I think we were able to play 4 or 5 this year. But even when you get to put in a varsity game, those guys getting that experience, there is no substitute for that. So, I was really proud of that.
You mentioned the future and all these young kids we got to get in the game Friday. But we also paid tribute to 34 kids that were suiting up in their final regular season game, our seniors.
And that's it, man. Senior night. Some of those guys, and like I told them before the game and told them after, we don't know how the playoffs are going to shake itself out. We may get another game at home, but we may not. It's a good chance we won't. We may have to go play every game on the road. So for a lot of them, that was the last time they were going to play at Stanley Jensen. So, it's just you're talking about kids that And this is my third year, so this is the first group to go from sophomores all the way to seniors, and just to watch how some of them have developed, not only as football players, but as young men. It's just been really, really impressive. And man, we tried to pay tribute to them to get up. We tried to get them all in the game. I know there's a couple guys that, man, have really put a lot of time and effort, and for whatever reason just hadn't played a whole lot, but man, they got a lot of playing time the other night, and that was what it was about. Man, really excited for that. And like I said, man, anytime you get honored on your home field, the stuff they'll never forget, regardless if they were a 3-year starter or, man, only played a handful of snaps. It was a big night for our seniors.
No doubt about it. Prattville wins 36-14 Friday night over the Bob Jones Patriots in Stanley Jensen Stadium to run the record to 7-3 and culminate the regular season. And we will look at those highlights right now.
Colin Rogers puts total leather going right to left, and we are underway, and this is going to sail into the end zone 4 yards deep for a touchback. And here is the give tagger and a reverse. Shanks has the ball. No, Smith with some room, 35-40. Smith and 45 cuts it back into the 50. He's down to the Bob Jones 45-yard line before he's finally brought down. 4 receivers in the set now for Bob Jones, and Alford wants to pass. Under a little pressure, firing it, and this ball is intercepted. Intercepted at 30, 35-40, 45-50. Along the Bob Jones sideline, still on his feet, 40, 30, 20, 10, all the way. Alford drops back to pass, looking to pass, throwing it deep. Looking way downfield and batted away. Batted away at the 35-yard line of Prattville. And here is Taggart with the carry. Taggart bouncing to the outside. He's got room, 40, 35, 30. Taggart still on his feet, balancing act down the sideline. He's out to the 25-yard line. EJ wants to pass under a little pressure. Got a little screen set up, and it is complete. 20-15, 10 inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. First and goal lines from the 1. And here's EJ giving it up to Taggart. He just puts his head down and makes a little run for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Prattville with a 2nd and 10 for Bob Jones. And here's a give to Montoya, and he is belted at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down in a heap. 33 yards out. There's the kick. It's up. It's got plenty of length, and it's through the uprights. Zip Lions, and here's a give to Montoya again. And he is hit. He is hit behind the line for about a 2-yard loss. James Myers and company. EJ from the shotgun. Gives it up to Parks. Parks bounces to the outside. Parks 10-5. Shakes off another man and drags 3 into the end zone. Touchdown, Mario Parks. EJ play action. Hit as he throws, but makes the completion out to Holmes at the 20. Holmes at the 10. Holmes down to the 5. Wrestling tacklers.
Wow.
He's down to the 5-yard line. The senior line's trying to add on. Here's a pitch out to Albert Taggart from the 5. Albert puts his head down through a couple men and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. It's gracious. Third and 1 now. And play action pass. And this ball is caught by Ren Wilson.
Yeah,
Ren Wilson to the 5. Ren Wilson into the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. Ends up a 44-yard attempt from the far hash. E.J. Owsley kneels to hold. Oates snaps it. Snap and kick. And kick is up. It's got the distance, and it's got the length, and it is good. We'll go kicker. But Owsley is your holder. This will be a 24-yard attempt from the near hash mark. Snap and hold, the kick is up, and it's good.
Chop, fats, and air it.
False motion. Well, DJ
Oh my
Williams
gosh,
here
what a
again.
move. Did you
DJ
see
breaking
that?
to the outside. DJ to the 10. DJ to the 5 and pushed out of bounds right there. What a move by DJ Williams.
With over 35 years of automotive experience, Gibson's Tire Pros has the answers.
Mo thinks we're having trouble with the curb. How should we fix that? Me and Mo are into the same girl. Who do you think she should pick? Do you guys think Mo's nose is too big?
Of all these questions, I feel like we should have been life coaches.
Nah, let's just stick to tires and automotive.
Yeah.
Gibson Tire Pros, we advise, you decide.
Welcome back to the Prattville Lions Football Review. Coach, it's time to honor our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game for the Jeff Davis game. And an unusual award. This goes to an offensive lineman in Joe Lane.
Well, you know, and I know I don't look at anymore, but most people, I was no lineman myself, so anytime an old lineman gets an award, there's almost kind of like an oxymoron. But, you know what I mean? Just kind of one of those things don't happen. But, yeah, man, this guy has been playing well all year. He's just a throwback player. He's gritty. He's tough. I think his mission on about every play is if he can get the guy into the ground, driven into the ground. But, man, just a great kid, pleasure to coach. He's one of those lunch pail kids, going to bring a work ethic every day. And it's always good to get one of those big boys up front a chance to shine. So, man, I'm proud of him. He deserved it. I think graded out like 93%.
Yeah.
Man had like 9 or 10 pancakes against Jeff Davis. And knockdowns, man, and he's been doing that all year. He's consistent, man. He's played really well, and we needed him to play well as we go through this playoff run. But really proud that Joe Lane got that award.
Absolutely. Let's visit now with our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game against Jeff Davis, Joe Lane. Welcome in, Lion Nation, back to the Prattville Lions Football Review. Looking back at the week of Jeff Davis, our Player of the Game from that game as offensive lineman, Joe Lane. Joe, congratulations.
Thank you for being on my show, and thank you.
Now, this guy is an offensive lineman. Of course, you see him right here. Not a lot of offensive linemen win a Player of the Game award because you guys are in the trenches doing the dirty work and don't get a lot of the credit sometimes that you deserve. So tell me about being an offensive lineman. What's the joy that you find to be an offensive lineman?
I feel like the joy of being an offensive lineman is to go down there and celebrate with your team, knowing that they wouldn't be down there without you, knowing that they wouldn't be able to run the right gap, or they wouldn't be able to get the ball from the quarterback without pressure. And another part of it is it's just fun to go hit them in the mouth.
Well said. Well said. And one thing I wanted to ask you before we go is a certain nickname you have by our sideline analyst. You probably know him as Coach Johnny Burnett. We know him the same way. He was your 8th grade football coach, and he gave you the name Mighty Joe Lane. Now, what's the significance of that?
Well, in 8th grade, I was actually playing defensive end, and every practice I'd go over there and I'd dominate the line just because no one else wanted to try during practice. And I'm over there 5 foot something, 160 pounds maybe, and I'm just over there just growling my way through the line, trying to make the tackle, always get my way through.
Well, it has stuck, and you have lived up to the billing. So congratulations on being our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game against Jeff Davis.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you this week, Joe. Good week of preparation. Go get them.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is Joe Lane, our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game and the recipient of a Sport Clips MVP treatment for his work against Jeff Davis. And we will be right back. Coach, it's time for Week 10 of the Lions Cage, and this has this guy we're going with is no stranger to the review show. He's been on before as Player of the Game, and tonight we're going in the Lions Cage with number 55, Big Tim Trotter.
Yeah, a man of few words, but what you'll realize about Tim is once you really start talking with him, he's got a lot of personality.
Yeah,
man. He really does, and he's a 3-year starter. He's a guy that's been around. Man, he's wearing 55, which I've told him there's other great players at Prattville High that wore 55. So. That was my number in high school, by the way. But anyway, I'm really proud of him, and he is, as a football player, has had one of the best senior years I can imagine. Man, he has really been dominant. Really good football player. Just recently got named to the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. His future is really bright. And like I said, man, he's a quiet kid by nature, but if you really get around him more, he's got a lot of personality. I'm glad Prattville gets to see that.
It's time to go inside the Lions Cage with the only person we've ever had to expand the Lions Cage to fit the big frame in there. Let's go in the Lions Cage with Tim Trotter.
Tim Trotter, defensive end, class of 2021. McDonald.
What's your go-to order?
I say chicken nuggets and fries. Black Panther. 1. Have to be Beyonce song. Adam Sandler.
Favorite movie by Adam?
Grown Ups.
We gotta hang out, man. We got to hang. Seriously, that's what I would have said. That's exactly what I would have said.
Batman. Chicken.
What's your favorite place to get chicken?
American Deli. Miss Gornto. And it's because she truly helps you out when you really need it. I'll probably sing a song by Drake. Aaron Donald. Anthony Coleman.
Would y'all be baby faces or heels?
Heels.
Gotta be bad. Man, on defense, you gotta be bad guys.
That's right. Would you rather be able to fly 10 miles per hour or run 100 miles per hour?
Run.
Would you rather be able to run 100 miles per hour or breathe underwater?
Breathe underwater.
Would you like to see the city of Prattville have a major league cricket franchise or have $50?
Major League Cricket franchise.
Man, I'd take the 50. What's your favorite uniform combination?
All Cardinal.
Like last Friday, that was tight.
Yes, sir.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
When in doubt, don't give up.
There you go. There you go. Okay, what do you do when you're in line, like checking out at like Walmart or something, and there's just like this mom in front of you with this baby, and she's just staring at you, and won't break the stare, just got this dumb baby face stare? What do you do? What do you do?
I try to wave or look away.
It just scares you, intimidates you. Babies are scary. I agree. Haven't had babies in my house. Babies are scary. Okay. Do you have any unusual superstitions or pregame rituals?
No, sir. Just listen to music.
Straight up. What music do you listen to?
Sometimes Drake. Sometimes it'd be older rappers like Young Jeezy or something like that.
All right, time for rapid fire word association. This is going to test just the strength of your mind. Okay. I'm going to say a word, and you say the first thing that comes to your mind. It's got to be like bam. Okay. Quarterback.
Defensive end.
The GOAT.
Jordan.
Stanley Jensen.
Football.
Snakes.
Scary.
Game day.
Fire.
Halloween.
Scary.
Thanksgiving.
Eating.
Clowns.
Funny.
Dentist.
Scary.
Horses.
Riding.
Good job. Good job.
As the most coachable defensive lineman, yeah, I say the most coachable.
Okay.
Hooray for Prattville, hooray for Prattville. Someone in the stands yelling hooray for Prattville. 1, 2, 3, 4, who's it yelling? Prattville, that's who.
Woo! You did it, man.
You got it. You didn't even have to cheat.
With over 35 years of automotive experience, Gibson's Tire Pros has the answers.
Mo thinks we're having trouble with the curb. How should we fix that? Me and Mo are into the same girl. Who do you think she should pick? Do you guys think Mo's nose is too big?
Of all these questions, I feel like we should have been life coaches.
Nah, let's just stick to tires and automotive.
Yeah.
Gibson Tire Pros, we advise, you decide.
Final segment here on the Prattville Lions Football Review. Coach, the regular season is in the books, and it's time for the second season. Round 1 of the playoffs takes us down the road to Daphne.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you put all that work and all that time and all that effort into it, is the playoffs. And proud to say, man, this is we're 3 years into this, and we're 3 playoff terms. We want to get a home game, but you know what, we didn't. But we've been here. We've 2 years in a row. We went down to Mobile, and obviously last year went down and played Theodore right below Mobile and had a big win. So our kids are used to this trip. And obviously we're playing a really good team in Daphne. Man, they are really, really good. They're 9-1. Quarterback, it really starts with him. He is a dynamic football player. Man, he can throw it, he can run it. He's just an athlete. He's a TCU commit. But he's not the only weapon they got. Their 2 running backs are really good football players. They got a couple of receivers that can really take the top off and can go. Really good football players. O-line, I like their O-line. I think they're good. I think they're gritty. They're good. Look at defense. Man, they mind you a lot of us in a lot of ways. Man, they can run, they can hit, they can tackle. They're really good up front. You got 3 D linemen they play 4 or 5 guys, and all of them are players. But man, they got a couple guys that are really good. They got a middle linebacker I think's a really good player, and a man that can all run in the secondary, run and hit. So, a couple guys on their staff I know really, really well. Obviously, the head coach Kenny King played at Alabama. Really good dude, does it the right way. We have a lot of respect for him. And their offensive coordinator, somebody's real familiar with me and familiar with Prattville, Zach Golson, who's a Prattville alum, and worked for me at McGill. He's their offensive coordinator, and man, he's just an outstanding football coach and doing a really good job with their offense. But it's going to be a really, really good game, really big battle. Because to me, you look at 2 teams that are really kind of similar in a lot. So a lot of what we do and just kind of the makeup of the team. But anyway, when the game kicked off, it don't matter who's over there.
That's right.
We got to go play. And our kids know this. It's a process. We don't change. We won't do anything different this week that we did last week or 5 weeks ago. We're going to practice the same way, prepare the same way. It's always going to be about that for us. And to me, if we want to have a chance to win, we got to go have a great week of practice. And I think our kids, man, they have always stepped up to the plate this time of year. So, and we've been practicing well. I mean, our kids, that's one thing they have done this year. So, now's where I guess you can say this is where you make your money. I know there ain't no actual money, but this is where you actually, this is where you're going to get known. I mean, if we want to go make a run, it's got to start here, and we got to have a good week.
Absolutely. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock Friday night down in Daphne. If you can't make the trip, we encourage you to make the trip. If you can't make the trip, you can catch it on Dixie Country 100.1 FM or the NFHS feed for the Prattville Lions. So until then, Coach, good luck to you. We'll see you down there.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody be careful making that trip down.
Absolutely. For Coach Caleb Ross and the Mills are behind the camera, I'm Will Barrett saying good night, God bless, and go Lions.
The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach Caleb Ross. Brought to you by Gibson's Tire Pros, Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Prattville, CBE, and Mexico Typico.